If you guys could make your way to your seats, we're going to start this evening off. Come on in and find a seat, have a drink. Good evening, everybody. I'm Heidi Glaus, the host of Show Me St. Louis on News Channel 5, weekdays at 10 a.m. I know most of you are working, but if you're ever home, catch us if you can. I don't know about you, but I am looking forward to an awesome evening for a great cause. This is an organization that I've actually been involved with for the past 4 years. Like I mentioned, I'm a reporter for News Channel 5, and I have probably the best job in the world because I get to only do the positive stories going on in our great city. I get to do the stories about the awesome people, about the great places, the awesome new restaurants, and everything that's good going on with our city. Because I don't know about you, but when you watch the news, there's a lot of negative stuff. So we need to remind people that our city has a lot more to offer than what maybe you've seen in the headlines over the past year. So I hope that tonight you walk away feeling good about being part of something that is truly impacting kids across St. Louis, from North and South cities to downtown and North County. We have Little Bit's co-founder Rose Hanley in the house. That's right. What a remarkable woman. We also have Mr. Jeffrey Rohn from St. Louis Public Schools here to share some stories. So you are honestly in for a good time, for a good cause. We are auctioning off 7 amazing destination packages, and we've invited the crowd-pleasing band Boom to entertain you. So get ready for a great night. Here to start things off, the fabulous choir from Confluence Academy Old North, who are now under the new direction of choir director James Young. Are you guys ready? Yeah. I gotta tell you, I've been talking to these kids for the last 5 minutes. They're pretty darn remarkable. So, you guys, take it away.
Remy is not on. Hello, testing. It's on. Testing. It ain't on. Testing. It's low. Testing. Wait, but it's low. Testing. You can't hear nothing. When you need a friend. When you need a friend. When you need a friend. When you need a friend.
How awesome are they? Will you give them another round of applause? I guess I technically could have been a part of the choir with my black and white outfit until they heard me sing. So you guys go ahead, enjoy your dinner. You might take a look at the program in front of you so you can kind of scope out the auction items and figure out which one's going to be yours. But sit back, we'll get the program started in just a little bit. Hi again. Continue to eat, enjoy your meal, and as you do that, I would like to ask Rosemary, or as most of you probably know her, Rose Hanley, to come up. Rose is the executive director and co-founder of the Little Bit Foundation. She is a crazy, remarkable woman who 14 years ago was a busy mom of 3, simply helping out with a coat drive, and she felt this tug at her heart and answered it. And she's been changing lives ever since. If you have not actually met this woman, you need to, because she'll change your life too. She is incredible. Rose, it's all yours.
Whoa. Okay. Welcome. Woo. Is this unbelievable? Can you believe this? Can you believe this is happening tonight? I can't believe it. I'm overwhelmed, and I can't thank you enough. But there's something that we all need to celebrate, and I want to hold this up. Front page of the Post-Dispatch. Progress being made. St. Louis Public Schools are accredited. Woo! Congratulations. This just doesn't happen. We have had skin in this game since 2002. And look at what has happened. Congratulations. I just want to make sure that everybody knows tonight is all about having fun. So don't hold back, okay? Let's just go for it. Okay, so Little Bit, Join the Journey is our biggest fundraiser, and tonight we're hoping to raise $350,000. It's not a small number. We're hoping to serve 2,150 children with that money in 7 schools. I want to take a minute to create a visual for you. I want you to think of those children that we serve. In your mind's eye, think about how beautiful they are. They're funny, they're sweet, they're talented, and they're smart. And they have captured our hearts. Here's a glimpse of what they look like. Please take a look.
If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. Oh, find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. You'll always have my shoulder when you cry. I'll never let go, never say goodbye. You know you can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh. You can count on me 'cause I can count on you.
How lucky are we? You can see why we fell in love with those children and why we feel so blessed to be a part of their lives. You know, many of you may think of us as coats and clothing and delivery, but we've grown, we've developed, and we've become the backbone of schools with services and programs, taking care of the whole child from head to toe, from heart to soul. The whole child with layers of personalities, layers of interests, and so much potential. But these children have great obstacles to overcome. Their challenges are large, and their lives are in constant change and crisis. But Little Bit is someone they can count on and rely on. Please take a look of our Little Bit girl. She explains how we embrace the whole child. We've evolved from the first time of delivering coats to become a pillar of strength with services and programs to support comfort, dignity, self-esteem, security, literacy, health, well-being, and self-confidence. This year, we've adopted 1,000 more children in three schools. Is that crazy? We're serving 6,000 children now weekly. We've also grown in the area of literacy with our STEM book fair. Because of Monsanto's grant and the partnership with St. Louis Science Center, we're now in 11 schools. Books and Buddies program, our portable library, is in all of our pre-K to second grade classrooms. And we also have brought mental health to 2 of our schools. You know, many of our children live in crisis, and it impacts their ability to learn. Little Bit is willing to fight with them through this so that they are whole and they can concentrate. Food has doubled this year. Children are coming in to the Little Bit boutiques and they're asking for food, where before they had to be identified for needing food. They're saying, can I have 4 bags? My family's hungry. Little Bit is there to break down those barriers. You know, we believe, Little Bit believes, by addressing every area in a child's fundamental path, we will have the greatest impact on learning and the greatest impact in their development. Through education, we can make change, and we're seeing change here in St. Louis, and we want you to be part of that change. I would like to introduce you to Jeffrey Roan, the Director of Office of Family Community Specialists. Jeffrey manages 63 family community specialists. They work very closely with Little Bit, and he would like to tell you the impact that we are having on this St. Louis public school community. Thank you. Hey, Jeffrey.
Wow. Thank you, Rose. Good evening. And thank you all for being here tonight at Join the Journey Gala to celebrate the awesome impact of your contributions. Again, my name is Jeffrey Roan, and I am humbled by this opportunity to share and express my sincere gratitude and appreciation to all of you for your many contributions that are shared through the Little Bit Foundation. Your contributions help disadvantaged school children, and they also help to serve the whole child. So give yourselves a thunderous round of applause. Let me hear it, yeah. Wow, what a fantastic theme for tonight's gala. Touching hearts, feeding souls. As an ordained minister, if I were at church, I would say, repeat after me. Touching hearts, feeding souls. Yes, these 4 words epitomize the relationship and the partnership shared between the Little Bit Foundation and St. Louis Public Schools. Touching hearts, feeding souls describes the many services provided by the Little Bit Foundation which impact the whole child, physically, mentally, and emotionally. I'm speaking of over 3,600, or let me say it like this, 3,600 St. Louis Public School students who attend 12 of our 44 elementary schools. They have been blessed by the programs and the services of the Little Bit Foundation. Come on, let's put our hands together for that. And it would be great to have the Little Bit Foundation in all of our 44 elementary schools, providing wraparound services such as eye exams and glasses to read, coats, hats, scarves, gloves, shoes to beat the cold, nutritious meal kits for food after the school day, personal care kits for proper hygiene, backpacks filled with school supplies for classroom readiness, and book fairs to promote the STEM studies interest, just to name a few. I'm thinking right now about a student named Courtney, a 3rd grade student actually, who attends Herzog Elementary School. And this student had tremendous needs. And he told the staff about what a blessing the Little Bit Foundation was to him and his siblings. Touching hearts, feeding souls describes the commitment to provide hope for children living in poverty. Another highlight of Little Bit's partnership is with the Peabody Elementary School. And I believe some of those individuals are here tonight with us. And the story speaks about the happy faces of students receiving new uniforms and the necessary essentials to have a great and productive school year. The illumination of joy from that experience watching those students was heartwarming, and it will never be forgotten. Here's another story about touching hearts and feeding souls. We are so thankful to have the Little Bit Foundation at Nance Elementary School, and there's some very exciting data that I would like to share. Last year, Nance had a 76 daily attendance average. Thanks to the Little Bit Foundation, this year, Nance has an 88% daily attendance average. Yeah. And one might ask what contributed to this very significant increase of 12%. One, the children were excited about Little Bit being in their school each Monday. And two, Little Bit support made a great difference on a daily basis. I received from one of the family community specialists who serves as a liaison an email last night from a first grade teacher from Mann Elementary School. And I just want to read it very briefly. I want to thank Little Bit for helping one of my students get glasses. She was having a hard time learning because she could not see anything we were doing in class. Once she got the new glasses, she started to focus and began to learn. She had struggled for 2 months to learn how to identify the letters of the alphabet. Within a week of getting the glasses, she could identify all the letters. Thank you so much, Little Bit. Because of the Little Bit Foundation and its impact on the whole child, many children look forward to coming to school ready to learn. Many children receive clothing and food. Many children receive books and supplies. Because of the impact of the Little Bit Foundation, many children smile more and have happy faces. Many children experience joy and encouragement. Many children have reason for being. The Little Bit Foundation allocates approximately $50,000 to $60,000 per school per year. And we have 12 elementary schools. That's great. Thank you. Children and students' lives are changing. Families appreciate the generosity of your caring. I would like to invite you to visit our schools, meet the students, meet the staff, and feel the awesome spirit of gratitude because of your contributions and your indelible impact on serving the whole child. Remember, your generous contributions are positive, they are lasting. Thank you, Little Bit Foundation. Thank you, Little Bit Foundation. Thank you, Little Bit Foundation. And so, as Rose is coming back to the microphone, I want you to turn to one other neighbor, and you already know what we're going to say in unison. Touching, feeding,
Souls.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. I'll get my things and I'm out of the way. All right. Give Rose another hand.
Okay. Thank you, Jeffrey. Woo! How much fun do we have at these schools? Do you see the people we get to work with? It is not hard to love the people in the schools and to love the kids. So the success of Little Bit happens because there's an army of caring people. Can you hear me? There's an army of caring people around us, and there's so many people to thank. We have served 33,000 children since in the last 14 years. Our expansion, I know that, isn't that crazy? Our expansion reaches across St. Louis City and includes 2 North County schools. At this time, there's so many people to thank, but there's a few special people I need to call out. Jim Sowers, the CEO of Marcone, is here tonight. Please stand. Marcone, yay, Jim. Marcone, we have to thank Marcone for our fantastic headquarters. This includes office space and a beautiful warehouse. Without this donated space, Little Bit could not be successful. Jim, thank you. I'd also like to recognize Sandy Showald. I haven't seen him here tonight. I don't know where he is. Could you stand? Hey. Hey. Sandy is the president of Aquarius, and for years he has generously donated hats, gloves, backpacks, and belts to help our children stay warm in the winter and to be ready for school. Sandy, thank you so much. So we have our incredible board here also, under the leadership of Rick Pfister. If you're on our board, would you please stand? Wow, what a board. Woohoo! So these are our experts behind the scenes. This doesn't just happen. Many hours of hard work and expertise. And then we have our Join the Journey committee, the chairs. Okay, because of this incredible evening, let's thank Michael and Allison Amon. Can you stand? Leslie and Jake Whittle. Jim and Angie Glick. And the committee, please stand. Thank you guys. What an amazing night and what great energy. And then our major sponsors, Edward Jones, Sterling Bank, Ed Poteet, Property Assessment Review, David Dempsey, and FILA. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. Okay, so finally, I've been waiting for this opportunity for about a year now. This is the first time that Little Bit has ever honored anyone. And we just couldn't wait any longer because there are two couples that have made such an incredible impact on Little Bit that we couldn't wait any longer. I want to start. Many of you know we started with a coat drive and a call from an inner city school teacher asking us for help to bring down coats. This experience of going down to one of our schools and seeing devastation, and seeing that the children in our city didn't have what they need, had such a huge effect on me. I couldn't shake it. I just couldn't shake it. When I went home that night, I spoke to my husband, Michael, and he's like, well, I don't know. What do you want to do? And we started trying to brainstorm. And then that weekend, Susie and Jay Andrews came over, and we're sitting in my backyard around our fireplace, having a ball, and I started talking to Susie and Jay about it. Where are you? Hi, babe. And I was talking, and the next thing I know, I hear, so what do you want to do? What should we do? What are we going to do? And I was like, I don't know. What do you want to do? And Susie says, Jay says, okay, well, Susie said, all right, let's be honest. Susie said, okay, we have to send out an email. We'll send out an email and we'll collect coats, and we will get as many coats as we can. I think we can get a few. Well, let me tell you, if Susie does something, you don't get a few, you get hundreds dropped off at your front porch. So the next week, many of you are here tonight. The Mosheris delivered coats. I think the Londoffs and the Judsons delivered coats. And you are still here, and that's how we started. That's how this all started. And not only that was just the beginning, but they become such huge ambassadors for Little Bit, and everyone they meet, they tell about Little Bit, and so many of you are here tonight because of what they have done and the energy they have brought to the organization. Susie helped us develop a development plan, a strategy that helped catapult us and help us be able to serve more and more children. They attended every event. Susie became a founding board member, and then eventually the board president. You know, this just touches on the strength and the leadership that the Andrews have brought to the organization. Amazing. Thank you. And then Bob and Casey O'Brien became interested in Little Bit. Yes! So I remember talking to them about what our mission was, and they became very engaged very quickly. And I remember picking up Bob and following him to our schools during the workday, and he would introduce us to his contacts, and he would procure new shoes and new backpacks so that we could serve more and more kids. This is before we had a 501c3. This was just the kindness of people's hearts, giving because they knew Bob. They hosted our first event at their home, and it was amazing. I felt like it was my wedding. It was so beautiful. They invited their friends, their family, and their contacts, and so many of you are here tonight. It just introduced us to the St. Louis world, and I thank you so much for that. You helped us navigate through the 501c3 process, which wasn't easy, and without you, I don't know how quickly we would have gone through that. And then Bob stepped up to the plate and was our founding charter president. Incredible. So these two couples led Little Bit in their infancies. It's unbelievable what they've done. And what I want you to really know about is they believed in Little Bit and invested in Little Bit when it was just a dream, when there wasn't anything, when we didn't have this structure, when we didn't have our 501c3. It was just a dream. We would not be here without them. So it's an honor, it's my honor, to present them with the first Big Heart Award. Thank you. Come on up. Come on up, guys.
And I know it. Right? Get your own movie. Awesome.
Thank you. We're not talking. Right?
You don't have to. If you want to, you can.
No, we'll talk in a little bit.
Okay.
No pun intended.
Okay, I have to tell one quick story, but then my son Teddy reminded me of another quick story. That one initial gala event at our house, I don't think I ever told you this, Rose, I think our catering bill was more than we made that night. But we had fun. We're going to have fun tonight, right? The passion of this organization is amazing, and, you know, for donors, and it's all about volunteers, too, it always gives you a whole lot more back. So, congratulations, Rose. You're awesome.
Well, that's the end of my speech, and now I'm going to go have a nice vodka and have a great time tonight, everybody, and thank you. Thank you.
I mean, don't you just love that woman? So now you've heard what the organization does, you've heard the stories of people really putting their heart and soul into it, and now it's your turn. I would like to introduce Rick Sullivan, the president of St. Louis Public School Board, who will be conducting the auction. Are you ready, sir? Our goal is to raise $45,000 with 7 incredible auction packages. So, help us do this. It's a win-win. There's some great, great packages. Have at it.
Okay. You know, good evening. This is a school-related event, and I think it's appropriate that I give you a little homework. This booklet is on your table. Open it up, look at the 7 packages. We're going to come back to it in just a minute, and we're going to raise this goal to $50,000 so Rose will add 1 school next year. You know, I'd like to connect the dots, the information that you just heard from Jeffrey Roan and from Rose with what's gone on in St. Louis Public Schools. Hey, I got to get your attention for a minute. What's that? Yeah, thank you. This is the business part. We're going to make it quick, but it's important. But let me connect some dots here. You just heard great information from Rose, great information from Jeffrey Roan. You saw his enthusiasm. He's a typical St. Louis Public School employee serving these kids. I got to tell you, it's a great day in St. Louis Public Schools. We are fully accredited. I've got to clarify that. We have the points to be fully accredited, and it's up to the state to make that final decision. But let me share this important information about Little Bit Foundation. It's safe to say the district has not been accredited for decades. Is this better? Do you hear it better? Okay. Has not been accredited for decades. It is safe to say that the 12 schools that Little Bit Foundation works in were all unaccredited 12 years ago, 10 years ago, probably even 8 years ago. Today, 10 of those 12 schools are accredited, and I think it's directly related to what Little Bit Foundation does. All right, down to business. You have on your tables paddles. They designate your number. If you haven't looked at these packages, they're unbelievable. There's a 1-year expiration date. You're not obligated to go within the date of November 7th and November 14th. It's a wide open kind of thing, very generous. Take a close look at these. Let me make sure I've covered everything else. Finally, let me start with the first, a trip to Bachelor Gulch. This comes with a $1,000 gift card. You can spend it on airfare, you can spend it on lift tickets, there's a whole host of things you can spend it on. This Ritz-Carlton Hotel is 100 yards from the lift ticket. Phenomenal location. So we're gonna start the bidding a little easy. We're gonna start it at $1,500. $1,000 is already in your pocket with the gift card. Who will give me $1,500? Somebody. There's $1,500. Oh, they're coming all over the place. Give me some help. We got 15, 2,000, 2,000, 2,500 to 2,500. Quickly, by the way, I should have said this is not a going once, going twice, going 3 times. I'm going to say going once, and then it's going to be gone. Do I see 2,500 back there? 2,500. We're looking for 3,000. 3,000, 3,500, 3,500, 35, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. I don't see any of those. There it is, 4,000. Terrific. Let's just get started here quickly. $5,000 for this terrific package at Bachelor Gulch. We got 4. Is there 5? I'll back it off a little. 4,500. 4,500. We're at 4,000. Going once, gone for $4,000. Thank you very much. And I'm sure you've got the number. Second trip. Somebody's got it. Make sure you tackle that guy and get his paddle number. Second trip. Okay. Who's got the $4,000 trip? Who's got the trip to Bachelor Gulch? Did we lose somebody back there? No. There is nobody claiming this at $4,000. I'm not sure how we lost them. We're going to put it back up. Who was the last bidder at $3,500? Help me. Somebody here bid $3,500 on this. We had a couple of 35s. Where did they go? This is not going well, folks. We're going backwards. I'm going to get fired before I get to the second package. $3,000 for Bachelor Gulch. There it is, $3,000. You got it, sir. It's yours. Thank you. Second trip. Take a look. Again, another $1,000 gift card here. A phenomenal place, 3-night stay, right on the ocean. Can't beat it. There's golf. There's all kinds of sea events, all kinds of activities. $1,000 already in your pocket. Let's start this at $2,000. Who will pay $2,000? Did I see it there? $2,000 right there. $2,500. $2,500 farther back. $3,000. $3,000. Is it there? I don't see a number. $3,000 right here. We're at $3,000. $3,500. $35. $35. Making sure I don't miss anybody. Going once at $3,000. It's yours. Sold. What number? $372. I'm not. I said this. We're going to have this done in 7 minutes, folks. So pay attention. Don't look away, or you're going to miss your opportunity. This may be the best package. You don't want to miss it. A chance to go to Whistler, Vancouver, you're in British Columbia. You've got a $2,000 gift card. That might be your airfare. That might be stay a few extra nights. That might be your lift tickets at Whistler, any way you want to use it. These are phenomenal hotels. They're the railroad hotels of Canada. You will not stay at a finer place. There's a $300 gift card from Glicks for your ski apparel. $2,300 in your pocket before you get started. Hold on, you're anxious. I'm happy to see that. Let's start this at $3,000. $3,000. Whoa, $3,500. Let's go right to it. $4,000. Quick. $4,000. $4,500. $4,500. $5,000. $5,000. $5,000. We're at $5,000. Oh, am I missing people right here? I hope I don't. $5,000 where we are. $5,500. I love that. We're at $5,500 for a phenomenal stay at a railroad classic hotel at British Columbia. $6,000. We're looking for $6,000. There's got to be somebody. You've got $2,300 in your pocket. Where is it? I don't see the number. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I need. The lights are bright up here. $6,000. We're at $6,000 for a trip to Whistler. $6,500. Who wants to go? $6,500? $6,500. People want to get back to partying. We got $6,500. Is that right? Is that where I left this? $6,500. $6,000. We're at $6,000. Last chance. $6,500 for British Columbia. It's yours for $6,000. This is something local. This is something unique. Curtis Francois is really creating a new feature for St. Louis over at the Gateway Motorsports Park. This is a chance to take 20 of your friends, 20 of your coworkers, spend an hour at that racetrack. I guarantee it'll be an experience like you've never had. Drive cars, drive go-karts. It's a unique experience. 20 people, 1 hour, Gateway Motorsports. Is there $1,000 for this activity? There's 1,000 some, what is the number? I can't see it. 149? 148, $1,500. Is there 15 right here in the front row, a number I can see? 240. $2,000 for this incredible experience. $2,000 right there, 185. Is there $2,500 for 1 hour, 330? Barry Cervantes. I love that. Barry, why don't you just make it $3,000 and buy it and go home? $2,500. Barry, you said $2,500, right? $3,000 for, we won't need the number just yet. $3,500. $3,500 right here. Mr. Sowers, thank you very much. $4,000 for a great time with 20 friends. $4,000. He's going for it. You're bidding against yourself. We're at $4,000. Is there 4,500? Is that Mr. Londolf there? This man knows about cars. He's willing to spend $4,500 to go drive them. He's got a lot full that he could drive. $5,000, Mr. Sowers. $5,500? $5,500. Mr. Londolf, it's just another, it's a sell another car tomorrow. There it is, $294. Mr. Londolf, just trying to buy it for $5,500. Did I say 55? $6,000. $6,000 going once. Mr. Londolf, you and tonight. Whoa! Now, I know that if a guy came into your lot and said, as you were writing up the ticket, I'll give you another $100 for that car. You take it. So Mr. Sowers wants to pay, is it $6,000? Do we have two? Do we? Are we sure? We have two packages. Now wait a minute. Let me say this. There's controversy here in that there might only be one package. But here's what we think there's two. I could almost guarantee that Curtis Francois and his partners are good for two packages. They'll do it. We're going to talk Curtis into giving it. Is this $6,000 for each of you? You're going to own them both. You each own one for $6,000. Johnny, come on, $6,000 each. And we think that's compliments of Curtis Francois. He just doesn't know it yet. You got, three opportunities. Another chance to go to Mexico. Cancun, again, this includes a $1,000 Visa card. Before you leave tonight, you got a $1,000 Visa card in your pocket. Let's start this package at $2,000. It's 3 nights at a first-class resort, all-inclusive, 2 adults. They're coming up everywhere. $3,000, $3,500, $3,500, $35 right there, $4,000, $4,000. Okay, $4,000. $4,000. Thanks, Lizzie. $4,000. This is too good a package to go for $3,500, but it's about 306 is $4,000. Is that $4,500 back there? We've got 4,000. We're looking for 4,500. Somebody says, who said 4,500? You're at 4,000. You're at 4. We got 4,000. It's about to go for $4,000. Going once. It's yours for $4,000. Get that number. We've only got 2 packages left. Alex, what are you telling me? Second to last package. Lake Tahoe. You get another $1,000 gift card. You got an $800 Southwest Airlines voucher, and $1,800 in your pocket, and you haven't left town yet. There's so many things to do. You're at 3 nights at a Ritz-Carlton hotel. Phenomenal location. This is the most fabulous lake in North America. You do not want to miss this opportunity. You leave town with $1,800 in your pocket. Let's start at $3,000. $3,000 right there, $3,500, 4,000, 4,500. We're going to 5,000, 5,000 in the back, $5,500. 5,500. Lake Tahoe, Ritz-Carlton, $5,500. We're looking for 6. Is that 6,000 back there? $6,000. Lake Tahoe, $1,800 in your pocket. The Ritz-Carlton, I think that's 6,500. We're at 6,500. 7,000, 7,000. 6,500 is going once. Lake Tahoe, Ritz-Carlton, $1,800 in your pocket. $6,500, sir, it's yours. Last package. I'll get tired reading all of this to you. 4 tickets to the Cardinals spring training, 4-night stay at a West Palm Beach condo, 2 green seats during the season, Lou Brockstand Musial memorabilia. It's on and on and on. 4 tickets for World Cup qualifier, 1-night stay at the Chase, $200 at Cafe Napoli. I'm worn out. It's an incredible St. Louis sports package. Last package of the night. Let's start at $2,500. $2,500. There it is. 3,000. 3,000. They're all over the place. Put your hand down. 3,500. Oh, I'm sorry. Palm Beach. Palm Beach, West Palm Beach, other side of the state. Thank you. With 3,500, I think back there, 4,000, 4,000 right here, 4,500. 4,500. I see it, but I'm ignoring it. In full disclosure, that's my own daughter bidding on this, so, and her 4,500 is going to be her last bid. Who wants this? $5,000. 5,000. 5,500. 5,500 back there. I'm ignoring you, Ellie. 5,500 is at 6,000. We need 6,000. 6,500. $6,500. I'm ignoring you. We're at 6,000. I promised this man I wouldn't let you bid against him. Sir, it's my own daughter. I'm going to give her one more chance. $6,000. Tear that number up. We're at 6,000 for this incredible package. 6,500. 6,500. 6,500 back there. 157. We're at $7,000. There it is. This there is so much stuff. The memorabilia is worth at least half of what he's paying. We're at 7,000 right here in front. 7,000. Last package of the night. It's about to go. 7,000 going once. You're the proud owner. Thank you all very much.
Thank you guys very, very much for your donations there. This next guy is one of my favorite guys. Mike England is the president of St. Mary's High School and a board member of this terrific organization, but he also gave my brother-in-law a job several years ago. So give it up for Mr. Mike England.
How we doing? Good? Trying to figure out which one to use. Where are we at, my sound guys? I got a microphone up here. I don't want to reverb somebody. Here, I'm going to pass it. Well, I appreciate, first and foremost, that I have your attention right now. Because this really is a very significant part of this night. This is really the time when we really get to do this mission, and I have a few remarks about that. But before I get into those, I really want to take the opportunity again to go through some thank yous. And at the top of my list, and he got thrown in at the last minute. But even bigger than just coming up here, Rick, and taking on the oral auction, what you've done with the St. Louis City Schools, the City of St. Louis could never thank you enough for. So, Rick, thank you for everything. I also, when Mr. Rohn was up here, he talked about the teachers here. I thought he said from Peabody. Where are you at? Make some noise for me. Where's the Peabody people? Okay. I would like to thank the teachers and the administrators from the St. Louis City Schools and all the schools that Little Bit serves. Give them a round of applause because of the jobs that they do. And it hasn't happened yet. And I'm very honored to have the privilege to do this. But I always make a visit to Little Bit to kind of get my head where I need to be before this event. And I went into Little Bit about 2 weeks ago, went in there on a Thursday morning, and I have never seen Little Bit bustling with more energy and with more people just flying around. And there were 4 groups of volunteers that were heading out that day, and I cannot believe the amount of time and energy that the volunteers give to the Little Bit organization. So if you're a volunteer, please stand up so that we can give you a round of applause for all that you've done. Stand up. Stand up, please. Stand up. This does not happen because of the volunteers. But this also does not happen because of all of you. I am amazed at what we are a part of. I am amazed, and I always have to ask permission for this, but it's my upbringing. I'm always amazed to be in the presence of God. And what's going on here with the Little Bit Foundation is absolutely being in the presence of God. You can give a round of applause. Because the Little Bit Foundation has not, it's not an organization. It's not a group of people, and it is, but it's a movement. It's become a movement. Rose Hanley, who I love, who this doesn't happen without Rose, and Rose and I talk often, and Rose would agree with this statement. Rose Hanley did not found the Little Bit Foundation. The Little Bit Foundation found Rose Hanley. When Rose Hanley walked to the front step of Elliott Elementary School and encountered a first grader in front of her wearing his dad's coat with a broken zipper and sleeves dragging on the ground, she said, "I've got to help." The Little Bit Foundation found Rose. When Rose went back home and talked to Susie Andrews and Jay Andrews, the Little Bit Foundation found Susie and Jay. And when they reached out to Bob and Casey O'Brien, the Little Bit Foundation found Bob and Casey O'Brien. And when it grew and it grew and it grew, till it was too big for Rose Hanley and Elise Tierney's basements, they came to CBC High School, where I was at the time, and asked for space. And the Little Bit Foundation found Mike England. And it continues to find all of us. It continues to bring us all here as a part of this movement that understands 2 things. Number one, we're not going to solve this. It's too big of an issue. But number 2, we can help it. We can help it a little bit at a time. We can help it a child at a time. And you cannot not understand what Little Bit has accomplished with the 20 schools now that we are serving. I hope you understand how huge the front page that Rose showed you and that Rick talked about, that the St. Louis City Schools are accredited. Do you know not just what that does for these kids, but what that does for the city of St. Louis and what it does for the region of St. Louis City and County? And what you heard tonight is we're a part of that. We had some hand in that. We did that. We helped with that. That's huge. But it didn't happen without some greater being and something bigger than us that pulled us together and continues to pull us together as we move forward. And while we're sitting here and we're celebrating the good stuff, and we're celebrating the accreditation and taking on more schools and all this other kind of stuff, there is still bad news that our volunteers and Rose and her staff deal with. It's a hard job. Let's understand that while there's good to celebrate, there's still a lot of work to do. And there's still a lot of kids suffering out there that need our help. Part of what I'm privileged with is to have a beautiful wife who is also the volunteer manager, Lucy England. So Lucy comes home. Lucy comes home and tells me these stories. And not just Lucy, but the other volunteers as well. When it's the winter and school is closed because of the snow, first thing out of Lucy's mouth is, "Oh, I guess my kids aren't going to get to eat today." That's the reality. Lucy came home a few days ago and was talking to one of her kids that they were giving items to and was asking him about his family. And he says, "I have a mom, and I have a little brother, and I have an older sister, and I have Dave. And Dave hurts me." And it broke her heart, and it breaks my heart saying that story. Lucy will come home some days and she'll say, "Oh my gosh, the kids were so dirty today." And it's not their fault, but it's the reality of the situation. But there's also wins. There's also the good stuff. There's the story that you heard earlier about the little girl with the glasses that in 2 days learned her alphabet that she couldn't learn in over a year because she couldn't see the board. There's the children sitting in class that can't learn because they have a toothache. And we get them with Delta Dental, and that gets taken care of, and now they can go in and focus and they can learn. I went on a visit. I met a little boy named Walter. Walter was awesome. Walter came in, and he had a new pair of shoes. And I took the new pair of shoes out, and he loved them. He loved them. And I looked at the size, and they were size 8. And we took off Walter's shoes, and I looked at them, and they were size 5. And we put the new shoes on Walter, and Walter stood up and said to me, "I know I can run faster now." And honest to God, ran out the door because it was recess, as fast as he could run. That's what Little Bit does. And Little Bit goes into the places that nobody wants to go into. Little Bit goes into the places that have a 95% or higher free and reduced lunch group of students. I mean, some of the poorest schools, not just in the city of St. Louis, not just in the state of Missouri, but in the country. One of those schools, Walbridge, that I've been to, is now fully accredited. One of the other schools, Bryan Hill, is now not just accredited, but accredited with distinction. Little Bit had a hand in that. On my day, I visited 2 schools 2 weeks ago. The first school that I went to was Koch Elementary. For those of you that might not know where Koch Elementary is, we all watched the area around Koch Elementary about a year ago when all of the unrest with the Michael Brown situation was happening. And I knew we were going there. Lucy said, "I'm going to take you to Koch." And so when we drove to Koch, you go in because you've seen, you've had the media inundate you with so much of these images, and none of it is good. And I honestly, and I've been in a lot of places in the city, but I had this picture in my mind of what Coke was going to be. And if you don't know, not just Michael Brown, but Coke is also the school where that horrible, horrible shooting of Jamila Bolden took place. 9-year-old little girl doing her homework on her mom and dad's bed. So you kind of think, and you drive in there and you go, what am I driving into? What kind of a war zone is this? I will tell you, it was the most beautiful neighborhood. My grandmother grew up just up the street. I said, I used to go here and visit my grandma. Beautiful neighborhood. Walked into the school, clean, quiet, kids working, teachers working, a great school. And my point of bringing that up is we can't let the media tell us how things are. We have to see it for ourselves. And when we see it for ourselves, we see need, and we see kids that need to be helped. But we also see potential, and we also see beautiful things that the future can hold. We then got done at Coke, and Lucy said, we got to get over to Clay Elementary School, because Clay had 91 orders that day. 91 orders. And that morning, and Susan Gosnell here, Susan Gosnell, Maureen Bond, Al Hinch, and Rose Hanley, being the hands-on CEO that she was, she went over there. And by the time that we had gotten there, 91 orders had already been given out in 2 hours, with a smile to all of those kids by these wonderful volunteers that went there and did that. While I was there, I had the great fortune to run into a young man named Elijah, 4th grade. Elijah came up to me. He probably came up to me because I had on suit and tie. He's probably like, who's this crazy guy? Suit and tie. Came over to me and introduced himself to me. Hi, I'm Elijah. What's your name? At Clay Elementary. And I knew Clay Elementary because, again, my mom's here. She likes this. My grandmother went there. So it had some family thing. And Elijah starts telling me, I said, Elijah, do you like this school? I love this school. I love this school. What's your favorite class, Elijah? English. What's the thing you like most about English, Elijah? I love writing poetry. I said, Elijah, that is awesome. I said, I don't know if you know, you have no idea who I am. But let me tell you what I do. I'm the president of St. Mary's High School. We're a private Catholic school in the city. You're in 4th grade. Here's my business card. When you get into 8th grade, I want you to come to St. Mary's. We hope he's going to be a dragon. But you'd have thought I gave Elijah $1 million. Oh my gosh, come meet my teacher. Oh my gosh, come meet my principal. Oh my gosh. And I'm hoping he shows up at open house. But he never understood a reality might exist beyond what he was currently in. And that's what all of you do. That's what the Little Bit Foundation does. We show opportunities. We show potential. And the number of gifts and talents that exist in the students in the city of St. Louis that can make a difference in our future, in the medical industry, in entrepreneurship, anything that's going to make the St. Louis region greater exists with those children. They are a resource of unmined potential. And our efforts are starting to bring that potential forward. In all of the schools that Little Bit is in, attendance has gone up, test scores have gone up, and discipline problems have gone down. And I don't know anything better than that. So we sit here tonight, we really do, in God's holy presence, with an opportunity to do something great, to help more kids, with an opportunity to give into the spirit, the movement of Little Bit that we didn't find, it found us. Congratulations to each and every one of you for being exactly where you're supposed to be this evening. And two people that are exactly where they're supposed to be this evening, who Little Bit has found, I want to bring up to help me get the Fund a Need started. So I'd like to bring Susie Andrews and Bob O'Brien back up to the stage if I could, and please give them a round of applause.
It's really embarrassing when you have old friends that are here. You know, you just don't know how to corral them. Get over here, Bob O'Brien. I'm just so excited to be up here tonight. And honestly, I think the most overwhelming thing is 12, 13 years ago when we had our first Join the Journey event, might have even been 10. Rose, what were we shooting for? 15 people? and how much? $15,000. So it's just really crazy and scary to sit up here and look, and I can't even see everybody because the lights are here, right, Obie? It's just nuts what this has become. So being honored is really amazing, but I just have to say, it isn't about us being honored. The honor is we have had the honor to be found by Little Bit. I mean, I just feel so privileged to have that opportunity. Tonight, you all are lucky. You've been found. The Little Bit Foundation has found you, and there's an opportunity for you to help us help all these kids. We're helping 6,000 kids. But the scary thing is, this year, as we sat in our board meeting a week ago, the need with 6,000 kids is double what it was last year, just with 6,000. And the waiting list that we have is probably, I don't know, Rose, you'd have to tell me, 25, 30 schools, and multiply that by 300 kids apiece. We need help. We count on people like you, and we want to find you. So we found you tonight, and our goal is really, as being honored, again, we're honored to be found, is to honor the Little Bit Foundation. So the O'Briens and the Andrews would like to start the Fund a Need, with each contributing $25,000.
There's our paddle. The paddle.
Raise your paddle.
Come on, Susie.
So here's the deal. It's not about that.
All right, Susie, good job.
Okay, so everybody that's been found, you're all standing. We love you, and we love that we found you. So we raised the paddle for $25,000 apiece, O'Brien's and Andrews. But what we really want to do is ask some of you others in this room, there have to be others that can help us at $25,000. I know it's a lot, but you know what? One school, 1 year is $50,000. We're going to fund a school for a year for $50,000. I'm hoping there's a couple other paddles out there. Can you help us fund another school? And maybe 2 schools. So who has a paddle out there that can help us at $25,000? 1. Oh my God, okay. 2, the Burns family. I see you, Caitlin Burns. Who else do we have? Is that Michael Amon? You're crazy. I love you. Can we count on anybody else? That's another school. Do we have anybody else that can come in at 25? It would be great to try to get another school. All right, well, guess what? We're starting this Fund a Need at $100,000, and we're really excited about that. Love you all. Glad we found you.
Okay, did we catch what just happened? That was just $100,000 to the Fund a Need here, so we are off and running. And here's what I will ask. This is the end of it. This is, we will party after this and celebrate what we're going to accomplish right now. And what I ask everyone to please consider is getting in the game. We've got 500 people here. If everybody gets in the game, we're going to really do some great things, and we're going to help some kids. So, here's what we'll do. What I ask you to do, I'm going to go to a limit. Ladies, are you listening for me? I will call the number, okay? And if somebody want to come up here, Heidi, come on up here. Heidi can help me. Let's give a round of applause for Heidi Gloss, who's been so wonderful and is so wonderful. Help me with finding these, okay? Okay, we're going to start at 15,000. The next level is 15,000. Can we find anybody out here? Thank you for turning those lights down. That's much better. Anybody that might be able to do 15,000 to help us and keep the momentum moving forward? 15,000, 15,000, 15,000. There's a 50. Oh, there's a 15. Two 15,000s. Okay. Casey, can I see that again? I'm sorry. Can I see that again? I'm sorry. 237. And what was that one? 69. Thank you. 15,000. How about that? Give that a round of applause. That's awesome. That's awesome. Now we're going to go to 10,000. Anybody that can help at 10,000, the 10,000 level. Could we get anybody at 10? 277. Thank you very much for that donation. Anybody else at 10,000? They're pointing in the back. I'm looking. What is it? 401. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else at 10,000? I got chills. This is awesome. Okay, we're going to move from 10 down to 5. The $5,000 area. Anybody that can help us at $5,000 right now? 129. Thank you. 370. Thank you. Anybody else at 5,000? Anybody else at 5,000? Here is 320. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else at 5,000? That's 3. Got any more? We're doing well. We're doing well. Okay, we're going to go to 2,500. Anybody at the $2,500 level? Here we go. 340. Thank you. Anybody else? 266. Thank you. 280. Thank you. 246. Thank you. 229. Thank you. 175. Thank you. 186. Thank you. 195. Thank you. 267. Thank you. 295. Thank you. 403. Thank you. Anybody else? Give a round of applause for that. We're in the moment. We go from 2,500. Again, we'd like everybody to get in the game. We're going to go to $1,000. 373 at 1,000. Oh, here we go. Ooh, okay, bear with me here. This is awesome. 292, 245, 279, 333, 332, 329, 385, 386, 366, 422, 419, 388. Oh, Heidi, help me. 475, 472. Heidi, help me. 372, 405, 397, 416, 411, 407, 408, 405, 218. Okay, I'm good in the front right now. 233, 232, 190, 221, 208. Okay, Heidi. 157, 109, 140. Thank you, Sharon England. 137. Thank you, Lucy England. 119, 76, 29, 27, 43, 38, 24, 13, and 26, 36, 36 in the corner. Give yourself a round of applause at $1,000. It's special. It's special. This is special. Okay. We're at 500. $500 if you can get in the game at 500. 235, 335, 336, 436, 390, 438, 474, 296, 222, 200, 185, 183, 123, 189. Okay, help me. 160, 162, 113, 117, 69, 59, 18, 40, 31, 33, what? 63? Okay. 15, 21, 22, 16. There we go. Oh, wait. 317, 317, 326, 423, 473, 261 at $500. Give yourselves a round of applause. Aaron, you good? Two more. We're going to go to 250 because we just want everybody to get in the game. Everybody can get in the game. 250. Anybody got 250? 396, 433, 431, 469, 240, 182, 178, 122, 82, 78, 80, 86, 174, 288, 104, 126, 471, 82, 25, 84, 225. Got them all? 45, 107. Got them? Awesome. Okay. Last one, and then we're done. And we've done tremendous. And oh my gosh, we cannot thank you enough. But I want to tell you a story. I had lunch with Rose Hanley. And we talked about this. And we're going to do the 100s. And Rose talked about Ryan, her daughter, and how Ryan had just gotten married and how proud she was when her and her husband, who had just gotten married and were just starting out, gave $100 and how much that meant to Rose. These gifts are as good as any other gift that's out there, and we thank everybody for them. Because we all are going to do the best that we can do to help our kids. So, we're going to go to 100. 100s, please turn those lights down. Anybody with 100? 289, 172, 169, 206, 207, 203, 165, 150, 173, help me, 115, 103, 106, 101, 102, 11, 4, 193, 142, 176, 289, 391, 394, 479, 382, 478, 485, 484, 458, 357, 400, 446, 302, and 303, 132. Is that it? 71. 463 in the back. Ladies and gentlemen, we just knocked that out of the park. For our kids, for the city of St. Louis. Know the good that you did. Thank you for letting Little Bit find you this evening. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you for all your good work. Good night. Thank you.
Yes. Wow. I don't know. I think he should run for office. You guys, thank you so much. On behalf of Little Bit, I want to thank you for coming out this evening, for doing everything that you have done. And by the way, I know the media is negative, but it's always good news on Show Me St. Louis at 10 a.m. I get it, but 10 a.m., that's all we do. All right? So if you didn't sign up for the express checkout, you can square up all your donations at the registration area. It's going to be open in a few minutes. You can also pick up your auction packages there. And don't rush off. The night is really just getting going, because outside in the cocktail area, we're going to have music from Boom to entertain until midnight. So drive safely. Thank you. Have a great night. We'll see you next year.